All right. This is the English assignment sheet for the personal statement narrative. So by the time you get to this English assignment sheet, you have already created the annotated bibliography. So that means you are now writing from an informed point of view. It doesn't make any sense to get the writing prompt and not have prepared in terms of the type of subject matter. There are times you may have the opportunity to outline just in a preliminary fashion, but if you are trying to transfer to another institution from where you are right now, then you would need to take some time, that 2 years of planning, to research your intended major as well as your intended career field. So now that you have completed the annotated bibliography, it makes a lot of sense to pen a personal statement from an informed point of view. So let's read it. The personal statement is essentially an argument, a document within which you express your desire for admission into both the school and the major and express your desire to learn and develop further in the field to which you have chosen. It is a type of initial pre admissions assignment that requires you to demonstrate understanding of your special and unique qualities, explain how personal events and experiences have shaped and or influenced your goals, and logically explore your interest in the field, detailing what you have learned and the insights you have gained as a result of your involvement. So, this is discussed in the lecture. There's both a PowerPoint that is a downloadable document as well as an audio version or video version of this um, lecture, of the lecture on the personal statement. The personal statement requires that you understand who you are, where you have been, where you are going, and how the educational institution might help you to accomplish your goals. Essentially, you are expected to demonstrate through writing how your involvement through work and or study has reinforced your conviction that you are well suited for the field to which you have chosen. With this in mind, you will write a personal statement based upon the annotated bibliography, lecture, group discussion, and the writing prompt below. So, if you remember the from the lecture, the personal statement is really a sales presentation. It is also considered your first writing assignment. But the most important aspect of this is that it is a sales presentation and that it is the first view of you through your writing. And that's why it is very important that you write from a knowledgeable, informed point of view. So the purpose learning objective is to write the transfer admissions personal statement and then synthesize ideas into a cohesive discussion. A cohesive discussion is just really another word for argument. And in the same way that you write the annotated bibliography and you are suggesting an argument, that I have done the research. Here's the research. I feel like these schools are the schools that are right for me. Well, the personal statement is now a reflection of that research. And based upon that research and everything I have learned, I know that this field is a right field for me. So it is an argument. It is definitely a sales presentation through your writing. So the prompt is you will base the development of your personal statement on answering the following writing prompt. What is your intended major? Discuss how your interest in the subject developed and describe any experience you have had in the field, such as volunteer work, internships, and employment, participation in student organizations and activities, what you have gained from your involvement. And so there is an audio lecture on this, a video lecture on this. Um, it is under the personal statement lecture. So do take some time to listen to that again. There is an analysis of it. The total points possible is 70. You will need at least 4 paragraphs: introduction, 2 body paragraphs, concluding paragraph, and you cannot exceed 2 pages. This is important because there are guidelines for how you will submit a personal statement, and every institution and department has limits. And so when your application reaches the admissions part of the university first, there are a group of workers, office workers, who will take your application. They are guided by a departmental checklist, and if your application is either deficient or exceeds whatever it is they want it to be. So, for instance, if your personal statement is supposed to be 2 pages, double spaced, and you send in 3 pages, there is a likelihood that they may chunk the third page. And so, putting a limit on the number of pages in this regard puts you in a mindset of what to expect when you have to submit your application. Also, the document must be double spaced and formatted for MLA. So, introduce for the introduction, introduce yourself and your intended major. Use the university's wording. This is very important because not every institution has a different way of representing a major. So you may have a bachelor's of science in that major, and you may have a bachelor's of arts in that very same major, and then you may have a bachelor's of business administration, a BBA in that major. And so whatever the university's wording is, that's what you want to use. Because once your application hits the admissions department, they've done all of their transcript evaluation. They made sure that you met the minimum requirements, and now they're going to send your application forth. And you want to make sure that they send it to the right place. If you are a business major, the business major in the College of Business or School of Business has multiple multiple departments: Department of Accounting, Department of Finance, Department of International Business, etc. And so that's why you want to use the university's wording. And then body paragraphs discuss and describe your interest in the subject and your experience in the field. Base your discussion on the sample personal statement discussed, and the link is available on eCampus. So there is a tutorial for the sample personal statement. Just click the tutorial video tab, and I do go over a sample personal statement that I got from Purdue OWL, and Purdue OWL is Purdue Online Writing Lab. And then conclusion. Conclude your discussion detailing what you have gained from your involvement in the field. So the due date for this is November 6th, which is a Sunday. Uh, Late papers accepted with deduction. Also, plagiarism, make sure that if you know someone who's in this online class, that even if you discuss ideas, make sure that when you begin typing your papers of any kind, that you do not sit together. So do avoid plagiarizing the work. Don't fail the paper. So this is the English assignment sheet personal statement narrative worth 70 points.